Oh, test. Hello, everyone. Hello. I just only said in Polish, good morning, hi, hello. But I'm so happy and grateful you are here today with me. And today the topic is inner child. So we're going to talk with the inner child. I've got my water with lemon. So if you've got the water, that's great. So today's topic is inner child. So I posted yesterday. I hope so you remember what is going to be topic today about. So I try to bring a little bit closer myself, my experience, and and also I was supporting with another lady. I was preparing this no, not the whole morning, but a few hours in the morning, what I would like to talk about today. And what I discovered, I would like to share with you today. I discovered a lot of great stuff in myself because I'm doing my inner child work as well. So it's not like that, oh, I'm just only healed already. I don't have any wounded stuff in me. No, it's not like that because all people in the world got the inner child work to do. If they don't to do the inner child work, that's why they struggle a lot. That's why they couldn't live the life fully, and that's why they couldn't get the stuff they really, 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 really want. Okay, so so we'll be going through answer a few questions, and also I will be talking about what is the inner child and how you can heal the inner child and how you can discover and how did you know you've got a wounded inner child, and also how to be a good parent for your inner child. So I will be a little bit jumping. Maybe you can just only take a pen, take a paper, you can write it down, you can make some notes. It's up to you. Or maybe you can just only grab a tea, grab the water, and just have a seat and just only listen. Of course, you can give an interaction with me. You can just only type. If you've got any question, I can really happy to answer to you. Of course, if I know the answer, okay? So make sure you will be listen carefully, and if something resonates with you, that would be great. That would be great because my intention today is something small supposed to be a trigger inside you, and I hope you can find the one thing which one is going to be a hit already, and also maybe you can make a solution to go and just only find it. What is it? Okay, let's go meet the God. I'm just a little bit excited and a little bit, I've got a butterfly in my tummy because first time I'm talking about the inner child. And also I'll be sharing my journey. How was my inner child? How was the wounded? Anyway, you can see, okay? Let's go. So the inner child work. What is the inner child? Oh, okay. Let's go discover. Probably you think, oh, you're adult, you've got a 40, you've got a maybe 50, or maybe 30, or maybe 80, 100. Remember, the inner child is inside you. You can imagine, like I'm just only telling to my children, if they struggle with something, I'm just only saying them to visualize. You've got a big body, and then inside you is a small baby. Small, 5, 7, 10. 10 is too big. But anyway, from 0 to 8, 7, let's say 9, could be like that. It depends about the size of the child. But anyway, it's a small baby. I'm calling the baby, even if that kids can walk, and always the baby. So it's inside you is an inner baby. Okay, you need to take care of it. Yeah, you're an adult, you need to take care of it. And how did you know your, let's say, okay, just go back a little bit. So you've got the inner child, that's like a baby inside you. The baby needs to be seen, heard, and love. The three things that could be met their needs, of course, and also that inner child needs to play. Don't worry if you're adult, don't worry if you're a granny, don't worry if you're a mom, dad, whoever, nanny, auntie, uncle. You need to play, you need to go and figure out. Yeah, you need to feel alive again, and then everything will be connected to you. Okay, so that was like a psychological stuff. That was the inner child. So you've got the baby, you've got the subconscious mind inside, really, really, really deep in your mind. So that's your inner child. That's from psychological perspective, okay? And the spiritual stuff is also connected to the psychological, because it's impossible from my point of view, of course. I'm taking from my experience. I would like to make that nice, beautiful post here. So all stuff that I'm talking here, that's from my own personal experience, okay? Take it or leave it, or just only remove it, okay? It's up to you. You've got the choice. Always you've got the choice. You've got the power. Always you had the power. Probably you know it. Yeah, so that's from the psychological perspective. From the spiritual perspective, how you can see the inner child. The inner child is beautiful because it's connecting to your mind, to your body, to your soul. Oh my goodness, everything, everything. So it's impossible, like I said, divide this inner child. Just when you say, oh, your inner child, you just when you're living here in your mind, and that's it. We can figure out. No, it's not really like that, because from the spiritual, perspective, and from a spiritual experience, your inner child is living in the low chakra. If you don't know the chakra, it's like something. When you visualize, like I'm sitting now, so your lowest chakra is here, your abdominal, your uterus, that part of your body, where is your oval, and that's part of the body is your lowest chakra. So you've got the first chakra, second, third, fourth, fifth, yeah, sixth, and you've got the seventh. Okay, I just only briefly just only showing you where's the chakra. We've got the more chakras on our body, on our system, and which one at the moment is activated because the planet is changing, the energy and vibration is rising up. But we're going just only focus today on the first one. It's the first one here, where's your baby is developing in the first trimester, when the mom is pregnant. Okay, so that's your first lowest chakra. The first chakra called base chakra, or you can call the root chakra. It depends about you, and it depends about which word is resonates much more to you, of course. I'm just only calling the first chakra, and sometimes I'm calling the root chakra. But it depends how you can also, when you're meditating, you can visualize the root chakra anchoring your. Anyway, it's too much. No. Okay, first chakra, that's your base stuff, where's your inner child is born, and where's your inner child living, where's your inner child energy focus, and where's your inner child energy live. I would like to say this is a home for your inner child. Probably you discover, I would like to make a tiny note here, you've got the 3 brains. So the first one you can figure out where, of course, no, not really first one, but let's say this is one place of the brain, okay? And the second is your heart, because your heart got a tiny brain. I told you in my previous, I think so, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I couldn't remember exactly which video was about the heart, but I could remember. But anyway, I mentioned about it. And also the main part, I would like to say the first one, that's from my opinion, and from another perspective, people as well. So it's here. That's your tummy, that's your chakra, so everything is here. So everyone is saying, if you've got a really, really good gut in your tummy, then you can feel much more, and then you can follow your instinct, then you can follow your inner voice, that kind of the stuff. So when you start feeling here, that's correct. And then you can start feeling here, that's correct. And the last is really important as well, because without this machine, we couldn't operate in our reality. We couldn't go outside, we couldn't drive, and we couldn't talk, we couldn't speak, we couldn't eat. So it's really, really, really important, our physical brain as well, okay? But the first stuff is starting here. So let's go back to the inner child. So the inner child is here. So if you don't have a really, really good balance in your body, I mean the balance with healing your healing your childhood trauma, then you can feel a lot of different symptoms. Who is just only screaming and just only shouting to you, oh, please heal me, then we can come back to the beautiful, balanced life. So I would like to bring a little bit how you can find your wounded child, of course, and definitely everyone got something to do. Everyone. No one's on the world perfect. We are living imperfection, something like that, I would like to say. So let me just only drop here. Okay, what I want to mention. So in the first 10 years in your life is really important, because what has happened in your first 10 years? So in the first 10 years, you can absorb everything. I would like to say all rubbish, all damage, all good stuff as well. I would like to say it's not only just only rubbish you can absorb to your body and to your subconscious mind, but everything. Even when you when you came out from your mom's womb, then you can activate your first chakra, and also you've got the imprint, that stuff, that all ancestor. If you don't know the ancestor, I mentioned in the previous video as well, but I would like to explain what that means. That's mean your passed away uncle, auntie, that's all your passed away family. So once the child is born, it's already got that stuff. That's all garbage, all rubbish, all good stuff as well. All that, all system belief from the ancestor family, and also got it from current mom, who was carrying him or her during that pregnancy time. So remember, that's all the stuff we've got already. And somebody say now, oh, you're born like a tabula rasa. Does that mean you're born like a plain slide or plain paper, and you can write it down your life, or you can write it down your story, or do you know what I mean? You can just only create your life on this paper. But now at the moment, before I was thinking, oh, that's correct. We're born in like a totally plain, and we have to just only create our life. We can write it down, everything what we want. Yes, that's true, but I didn't know that stuff until I just only start waking up myself and just starting doing that stuff what I'm doing at the moment. So when I just only figure out that stuff, I say, oh, it's not true, because we are coming on this planet, we are coming on this earth just doing something, doing our work, doing our lesson, and we are already got a baggage. Which one doesn't belong to us? I don't know. Can you figure out? Then you need to realize, and then need to come back and then revisit again when you just pass the 10 years up to the 16 years old. You are creating your own stuff, okay? Because up to 10 you are in a hypnotized state, when you're just only absorbing like a sponge. When you go to when you're taking a bath, and when you're putting the sponge in the water and the water is sinking in, so the same like your inner child is taking in, because the inner child doesn't know. And also when you're a child, you don't have a choice saying or realizing, oh, this good, this bad, I don't want this, I don't want that, I would like to program myself with a great program, with the great stuff. Yeah, that's impossible. So that's why we have to revisit when we are just only reached 16 years old. Remember that. That's why it's a lot of teenagers just going in frustration, and they didn't know what's going on with them. So if you're a mom, if you're dad now of that child, you know that stuff. Or maybe your mom, the 12, 10, and they're growing, definitely growing, and then you will be know in the future how you can help them, and how you can explain them, of course. And by saying them, it's not your fault, we can figure out that, and just only let it go. I know it's really hard, but up to 16 years old, you're just only, up to 10, you're just only absorbing that stuff, absorbing from your people who are around you, and your parents, and your school, and wherever you go, you just only take it from radio, from newspaper, from book, from everything, everywhere, when you've got the access to it. So when you reach the 16 years old, from 10 to 16, you're creating your own karma, okay? Because now you're starting realizing, oh, this is good, this is bad, so I can choose this, I don't want to choose that. But at 16 years old, there's all the trauma, the childhood trauma is patching out, okay? So it's rising up from here, and then you can feel like you would like to throw it up. That's why the teenager is screaming. That's why they're saying, no, that's it, enough. And of course, that could be also a little bit the hormone imbalance because they're growing up, but also that could be as well the patching out the past life trauma from the ancestor, past life trauma from the parents. That's that would be a mixing time, okay? That would be so mixing time. Yes, so now you know that's your inner child is from 16 years old is starting showing up and just only screaming, I'm here, just give me a laugh, give me a hug. Can you see me? Can you help me? Okay, can you take care of me now? Because you didn't have a time then because you didn't receive that stuff. So now it's time you have to take the care of me. Yeah, I would like to pause a little bit and I would like to tell you my story, how I can find myself in that position and how I can look after myself. Of course, I'm still in the process. I mean, the process of healing my inner child, because sometimes I'm realizing, oh, I have to do this stuff. Even if I've done my work, sometimes the stuff is coming up because we are in the life process. So the life is never stopped. Life is going on, life is going on, life is going on, like a roller coaster. So up and down. So remember that. So I would like to say to my story a little bit, and then we can go after how you can recognize you've got a wounded child and how is that come up and what is creating the wooden inner child. It's not only the trauma, if you've got a really huge trauma, I would like to say. Sometimes the small word, sometimes the small act, and sometimes no action at all when you were a child from the parent's side, that makes you that trouble as well. But let's go back to my story. I think that's the main part, isn't it? You can hear, you can take it, or maybe you can bring it to your life. So I would like to say a little bit about my childhood. That was a roller coaster. Oh my goodness. That was like over the moon and more than over the moon. When I was a child, I had a really I would like to say, really hard childhood because I was grown up with my granny. That was fantastic time. But I was grown up with a dysfunctional family. I would like to say that the family, I would like to say the people around me. Okay, there was a lot of scream, there was a lot of noise, there was a lot of fighting, there was a lot of, I would like to say, hate, anger. Oh, that was, people didn't love each other. They've been just only taking, no giving. They didn't say any nice, polite words. And there was a lot of party. I remember there was a lot of inviting guests. There was a drinking stuff. Anyway, because I was living with my granny in one side and one room, and I was living in my auntie and her family. So that was that side when I saw a lot of different vision. So that vision of the hating, frustration, anger, that stuff what I mentioned before, I don't want to repeat it because then it can be a process of the creating and that stuff. So I mentioned already. So that stuff creating in me a little bit of trauma as well from the childhood, because I never seen the people love each other. I never seen the people just only hug each other. That makes me, nowadays, I love hugging. I love saying, I love you. I love saying to the people, the stranger on the street saying, hello, something like that. Even today I said to the bus driver, I stopped the bus driver and he was like, why did you stop me? I said, I don't want to get on. I would like to say hello. And he was so crazy. I said, okay, and he waved me back. But anyway, so that was creating me a lot of trauma. And also I saw a few times my uncle was throwing the chair because he was usually fighting with her wife. Can you imagine that stuff? The small child, like 8-9 years old, and stay in her head. That's crazy. So that's why I felt insecure and insecure, definitely insecure. And every time when I saw that stuff, I was running away. So remember that stuff, even the small stuff, the shouting, and another person is just only hiding somewhere, and the small child is only watching. That's creating in her and his, I don't know, the gender, and yeah, that's the sex. So in her and his mind, what is coming on? You never know, because we didn't have this ability yet to go someone's mind and just only say, you will be okay. You can say like that. But if you never ever just went through that situation, you can't say like that. You can just only give a hug and you can say, you are safe with me, okay, at the moment. But that stuff was creating for me a lot of trauma. I didn't realize that the trauma at the moment when I just only figure out, of course, when I just only woke up one day and just said, when something shook me inside, because I just only been asking the universe, please show me what is going on inside me. I would like to heal my body. I would like to heal my mind. So that was that stuff. And also another stuff was happened to me during my childhood. That was sexual abuse. That was great. That was a trauma. So now I'm talking. First time I'm talking to like that. I hope so. If you are sitting, you're not faded. Please don't. But this can happen for everyone. And also, not worry. We don't have to worry too much what's happened in the childhood, because when you figure out in the adulthood, we can feel safe because we know we have to revisit that stuff, that old trauma childhood, and just only come back to the adults. Why I said this stuff to you? Because I would like to jump on for the few points from my paper, and I would like to bring you how you can discover your own trauma. Okay, because my trauma could be different to your trauma. Of course, it is. I hope so. It is. I hope so. You don't have any trauma. Not really. Maybe tiny stuff. Okay, so I feel now relieved, to be honest, from my childhood. Now I can talk to you straight away. Probably you can hear it now. I just only said this trauma, that trauma, that happened to me, and didn't have huge emotion inside me. Of course, when I've been asking universe just only bring out my old trauma and all the stuff, that was crazy time. That was a crazy time. But we have to go through, and definitely we are safe. If you're going through that healing process, of course you need to have somebody close to you who is giving to your hand, who is giving to your hug, and who is giving to your support. And of course, it's really, really hard to heal yourself if you didn't know where you can start. So the first stuff you can tell to yourself, I love you, and also you can be a parent to yourself. That's why I've done it to myself. And every time when my trauma comes up, and every time when I would like to patch out something, I was observing myself, how I'm reacting, what is coming up, what the picture I see in my head or in front of me or somewhere. And then I was recognizing it's not me, just only a trauma, because now I'm a completely different person. And what's happened in the past is not belong to me anymore. Of course, that was happened. I healed already, and it's gone. It's not defining me. I'm wrong or bad person, because I was a child and I didn't know what is wrong, what is good. Okay? So remember about your trauma. Don't be a victim of your trauma. I'm talking from my personal experience and my personal opinion now. Don't be a victim, okay? Don't blame yourself. Oh, I've got that, and my dad was screaming at me. I saw this, I saw that. I'm so sorry for myself. I need everyone just give me a hug and just no, don't be like that. Don't be like that. You are so strong. You're so powerful. Look how I am now. I'm talking to you. I'm talking straight away about my trauma. And I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm not ashamed anymore. I know that shouldn't be in my life, I would like to say, but another point of view, why not? Why not? That makes me a stronger, and that makes me a much more powerful person than I was before, isn't it? So I would like to stop here. So that was my childhood trauma. I had definitely more of them, but I would like to only bring you a little bit a two main part. So probably you will it's not just only a huge event happened to your childhood, but could be also the small tiny stuff when your dad, when your mom, when your parent, guardian, I don't know, mom, granny, granddad, whoever was looking after you, or maybe at school, on the street, whatever you were at that time, maybe any of that situation created your trauma. Maybe, probably you did never know, because you've been creating in your subconscious mind, and you never was aware of that. Okay, but until today and until after Christmas, I know, but we have to do that work. We have to do that work before 2021, which one is going to be amazing. Let me just only check, and I would like to bring you that stuff, how you can recognize, like I mentioned, how you can recognize your childhood trauma, the wounded child inside you. So the first question I would like to ask, you can ask probably yourself, not me, okay? And you don't have to answer at all. How you feel, or do you feel if anyone, or do you feel to be left, okay, by anyone? And you can answer your question. And do you feel a guilt, shame? Do you feel outside of the control? Are you trusting? Are you not trusting? If you are trusting, that's great. If you're not trusting, if you don't feel, I would only say, or if you're not trusting anyone, then you are building the fence around you, and so you're not taking anything close to you. So that's why you're just only building the barrier between you and between that person, or between your inner child, okay? Because you're not safe. You've never been safe when you were a child. Maybe your mom, maybe your dad left you somewhere and forget about you. Or did you, excuse me, do you feel fear about to be left alone? Or maybe did you play alone at home and no one didn't care about you? And did you feel you've been left? I mean, left, for example, about the ignorance. They never say to you, oh, come to, let's go play together, or something like that. You've been left. Maybe you didn't feel like you belong to this family. Or are you getting angry at the moment very easily? Are you frustrating very easily at the moment? Or are you, how can I say, you're not worthy enough to receive abundance from the universe? Or do you feel, how I can say, let me just check. Do you feel like you don't want to let go something? I mean, let go and just saying, okay, that was in the past and now I'm adult, so I don't have to worry too much about anything, and let's go move forward. Or you're just only holding so tight and you're just only repeating that stuff. That's happened to me, that's happened to me, that's happened to me, that's happened to me. Sorry, it just makes me laugh. But yeah, we are just only repeating that stuff. Probably sometimes we are not aware we are talking that stuff, okay? What I recommend you just only take a phone and just record it yourself. Sometimes when I'm just recording myself and I'm repeating that video, I'm just surprising myself like, what did I say? What did I say? My goodness, that was crazy one day when I just only repeated and just, oh gosh. Yeah, that's the one way you can just only figure out, because sometimes when you are talking, like now when I'm talking, we are not listening ourselves really what we are talking, because sometimes our inner child or our soul is talking through us. I hope so you understand what I'm talking about now, because yeah, sometimes your mouth and your mind is not catching together. Sometimes you're only saying something very easily and just only saying, oh, what did I say? What did I say? That shouldn't be supposed to hear. So now you know how you can find your wounded inner child. And what I would like to say, everyone got something to do. So your wounded child need to be healed, because if you don't have a healed inner child, you can't function properly in this world. That's why a lot of relationship is not really good. That's why your job is not really, the relationship with your job is not good. That's why your relationship with your mom, dad is not really good. But you mentioned, come back to your mom and dad. So don't judge your mom and dad, because you never know where they come from. I mean, about what was their childhood, how they survive in the childhood. I would like to say survive, because I would like to say we couldn't thrive the childhood if we are just only programmed, we just only in the hypnotized state. So don't judge your mom and dad and just only start to forgive them. That's why you can heal your wounded child. So yeah, that's definitely, if you heal your wounded child, you can heal yourself, and you can heal your mom, dad, and your almost whole family. And another few more questions you can ask yourself as well. Wounded child, do I have a child trauma? Your answer, yes, no. Probably maybe you can say no, but let's go more down. Did I feel safe as a child? Did you feel safe as a child? I don't. I'm going to say honest. I didn't feel safe when I was a child. I remember one stuff, because when my parents left me with my granny when I was 3 months, I remember one day when they came visit to my granny, and I was hiding under the balcony, because we had a lower balcony, and I was hiding in the corner. I remember now, in my head is the picture, which is only staying in that position, just only crunching my body and just saying, Granny, please don't let them don't give them me back, them, something like that. So I remember that stuff. So that situation create inside me a trauma. So just go back to your childhood, find what or where you didn't feel safe. Yeah. And that's why. And just give yourself a lot of love. So the best stuff, how I can heal that stuff from that situation, I just only went outside, and I've been let's say you're on the stage, okay, and you're just only playing that role, and you're just only standing on the top and just only watching yourself, and you feel like that crunchy, like a child is only screaming, please don't let myself anyone, and I would like to stay with you. What you can say to that child, you can give a lot of love, a lot of hug, and you can come close to he or her and just give a hug and say, please don't feel any more fear, because you are safe, you are secure. I'm going to look after you. I'm going to give you the best. That's what I gave to myself. And now I feel much more stronger, and I feel secure from that point. So I healed that small situation from my childhood. So I hope you can find as well. I'm sure you've got that one. So another question you can ask yourself, did you feel love? My answer is no. I don't know about you, but my answer is no. Can you see how I'm talking now about my healing wounded child, inner child? I'm not saying like, oh, I felt they didn't give me lots of love and something like that. Yes, of course, my granny gave me a love, but I didn't feel that love. And she said to me, in my whole entire life with her, of course, because after 20, I just only left the house. I left before 20, but for longer after when I reached the 20 years old, I left the house, and she told me twice. During that 20 years, she told me twice, I love you, Gabi. Did you hear from your dad? Did you hear from your mom? Did you hear from anyone? I love you. You are so beautiful. I love you because you exist. Not because you've got a beautiful hair. Not because you are, beautiful skin or beautiful top or something like that. Because you exist. You're breathing. You're breathing. Did you hear that stuff? Did you felt that beautiful hug from your parents? Answer your question. If not, let's go do the work. And let me just only tell you how I healed that stuff. I healed that stuff because I've been telling to my granny, even if she passed away, you can heal that trauma. You can just only visualize, close your eyes, visualize, and say, I love you, Granny. Thank you for being with me all the time, and you taking care of me or something like that, okay? And just visualize the hug with her or with somebody. And that's why that intention is so powerful, and you can heal that trauma very easily and easy. But you have to do that work. You have to say that work. You have to open your mind and open your heart, open your lower chakra, and then let it go. All that stuff. That's how you can heal your trauma, inner child. Because if your inner child is happy, you are happy too. You can smile. Can you tell me, when did you last time laughing? Not smiling like that, but you laughed like you've got a really, really pain tummy. Just go ahead. Just go and do that. Another question. Did you feel like you're not belonging here? Did you feel in your own family like everyone will be together and you didn't feel too much, oh, I'm not belonging here? You've been always outside. I hope so you can guess my answer. Yes, I felt like that. I felt like that. I felt, and always I've been alone, to be honest, and always I've been sitting outside. Everyone was sitting close to the table, and I've been sitting outside. Do you know why? Yeah, I can tell you now. Because see, if I'm telling to you that stuff and creating this video and making happen, I'm healing my inner child as well. And now what comes to my head, because I said I've been alone, I've been outside and not sitting close to the table when everyone was sitting, do you know? That wasn't my trauma. That wasn't my wounded. That was my granny wounded, because I remember now, every time when was the family event, everyone was sitting close to the table, and she never, very rarely, like I said, once a year or something like that. But yeah, that was so very, very rarely. That wasn't mine. Yeah. Until you recognize it's not your own trauma, it's someone's trauma, you can go very easily like that. You can smile. It's not mine. Take it. But you need to recognize which one is yours from 10 years or which one is not before 10 years. That will be very easily. And also, I'm not going to say you can heal your inner child over the night. It's impossible. But as long you're starting, just healing step by step, every day, and then you can do it. You can start feeling much more happier. And also you will be much more stronger, and your self-confidence and self-worth, that will be increasing and rising up. So now we had four questions. Wow, that's great. So now you know the wooden child. What is it? How you can heal it? It's easy, but easy and it's not easy. But make an intention. Let's make an intention. The intention is so powerful. It's so powerful to do that. And just go and do it your inner world. Because when you start doing your inner world, you can start feeling much more happier. Definitely much more happier. And today I just only said a little bit briefly about your inner child work, and also I bring you showing my own trauma and my own healing. No, because I would like to show off or something like that, because I would like to show you, even you've got a really, really, really hard trauma in your life, you can survive, and then you can start thrive in your life. You can start receiving the good stuff in your life, and also you can start be yourself. Yeah, definitely be yourself, and you can stop worrying about anything, because now is the time to go inside you and find really what your inner child wants. Definitely, what your inner child wants, what your inner child desire for your adulthood. I'm not saying the adulthood, because when you find this desire, your life is getting very easily and happier. Definitely, definitely. So that's why the inner child is really important in our life, because a lot of people just say, oh, the inner child, we are just an adult, we can't do that because it's not really nice, because this age, that age. No worries at all. The age is an illusion, I would like to say. This is a program in your mind. Somebody say to you, when you reach 70, 80, you've got this, you've got that, you've got that, you've got that. No, it's not true. It's not true. You can see a lot of people around you reaching 100, 110 or something like that, and they are just much more happier and much more active physically than any 20s, any 15. How can be? That's your own mind, that's your own beliefs. And I believe we are all capable. We are all capable to do everything what we want. But we have to start believing ourselves. We have to start healing our inner child. It's easy, because your inner child needs to be heard, needs to be loved, and needs to be seen. So instead of, hi, hello, how are you, or something like that, you can say to everyone, every person from today, because I started, when you meet them, I see you. I see you. Anya, I see you. Renata, I see you. Adelina, I see you. I see you. I can hear you. That's right. How you can feel now if I just only said to you your name? It's much better, isn't it? It's much better. Because when you just only say to somebody, I can see you, I can hear you, what you are saying, that you feel much more secure, much more love. That's right. And your self-worth is increasing. It's increasing because you're feeling so worthy, because you are worthy, because you are exist. That's why we are connected each other. Because I'm creating this video, it's not just only helping me, but it's helping you as well. Because you are stopped today and just only start watching today. I've been creating, you've been watching, you can pass. If you know anyone who will be benefit from that video, that would be great. That would be I would be so happy to just only see more people just connecting to this group. Yeah, and then we'll be growing each other and we'll be helping each other and just walking step by step. Because nowadays the world needs a lot of love, definitely. Love and smiling, hugging, that's it. We don't need more stuff. I mean, the more material stuff, like just only emotion and hugging and loving. I hope so you can agree with me as well. Because when you've got the love, when you've got this great emotion, that's the attraction of love, attraction of great stuff, and universal law, just giving you everything what you want, what you need at that time, at that place. So go today and just do your inner work. If you need a lot different stuff, I can just only straight away post it to you, but just only leave me a comment below, and I can send you the few links. Maybe they can going to help you resolve your inner child issue, and then you can feel much better from today. Okay. Thank you for being here with me today. I feel amazing. I hope so, you too. I don't know how long I did the talk. Probably I said 15 minutes. Maybe it's longer. I don't know. I'm not counting any time. The time doesn't exist for me. Okay, let's go close the eyes. We're going to take a nice 3 deep breath from the tummy, okay? From your lower chakra. Let's go open the lower chakra. Hands up. Okay, let's go. You can see me fully. Okay, breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. One more time. Focus and exhale. Okay, rub your palms together. Put it on your eyelids. Okay, let's go. Cut all negative emotion, cut, and take it away from your aura, from your beautiful system. Yes, we did it. Thank you so much. And before I go, thank you for being here with me. And I will be next, Friday, because that was Christmas time. So I just only reverse from Friday to Monday. But then this week, I will definitely be on Friday. No worries, if a new year, if you got the time, you can watch. If not, you can just come back here and rewatch it again. So please share this video for as many people as you would like to. If not, it's okay too. And just leave me a comment below if you like it, if you don't like it, and what would you like to hear next week from this Facebook page. Then I can try, of course, to make it for you, make it happen. So stay tuned and see you next Friday. I love you all. See you. Bye.